All right, Knights of Apollo, welcome back to the battlefield. Once again, we are playing Napoleon Total War. This is the TWL Total War League Napoleon Tournament, the semifinals. If you guys remember, a couple days ago, I released the other semifinals between the two other teams. If you guys missed that one, there's a link down in the video description. It was between Slavkov versus the High Hussars. You don't want to miss it. I don't want to say who won, just in case you didn't see it. But yeah, we're about to jump into another match here. We've got the Crimson Ducks. So the Crimson Ducks on this side of the battlefield, and they're going to be taking on the young, the younger, and the ancient. That is the team name. That's what they went with. So there you have it, guys. But before we jump in, we are lucky enough to have a sponsorship for today's video. So today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Please don't tell me you're using the internet without a VPN. It's like carelessly walking into a minefield. One wrong step and you're hacked, your personal information is stolen, and it's a big headache. So the best VPN that you can get right now on the market is ExpressVPN. So what exactly is a VPN? Well, it's a virtual private network. It's a secure tunnel between your device and the internet. So it protects your device from hackers. So if you're using your computer, your device at home, or especially in public where there's public Wi-Fi such as airports, hotels, coffee shops, you're at risk because those Wi-Fis are not encrypted. But with ExpressVPN, you will be able to protect yourself. It will create an encryption tunnel for your device where it would take a supercomputer billions of years to crack this encryption. So not only do I love ExpressVPN for the security reasons, but I also love it for getting past blocked content. So streaming platforms such as Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and etc., they often have different versions in different countries. So you can actually make it look like your IP is in a different country, up to 105 different countries. And you're going to be able to unlock thousands upon thousands of hours of content. I personally use it, like I've been learning French, and I'll make it look like I live in France and I get all these like French movies. It's amazing. So guys, don't hesitate any longer. Your computer or device is at risk. You want to get an ExpressVPN. So go down to the video description and go to the link, or simply go to expressvpn.com/Apollo. When you use that link, you will get 3 months free on your ExpressVPN purchase. So you don't want to miss out. Use the link down below. And with that, thank you to ExpressVPN for the sponsorship, and we're going to get back to the battle. We're going to keep it paused here because, as you can tell, it starts off very aggressively, and I have a couple things I want to say very fast about this tournament in case you want to know more. So if you want to learn more about these Napoleon tournaments and you want to see more battles and whatnot, join the Discord. It's the TWL Discord. It's linked down in the video description. Also, the person who created this league, his name is Marketable Skills. He has his own YouTube channel where he uploads multiple battles from all the different tournaments. So if you want to see more battles and streams and whatnot, definitely check out his YouTube channel. It's linked down in the video description. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in and check out these factions and the teams and everything. So first off, we've got the Crimson Ducks. They're going Ottomans and they're going Prussia. Now keep in mind, this is not a point system. They do use a point system during the league, like the normal season, but once they get to playoffs, it's just you can use one faction and never use them again. So you got to pick wisely in what faction you're going to go as, because if someone plays Prussia on your team, you can't play Prussia in the finale if you make it that far. Now, on the other side, we've got the young, the younger, and the ancient. They're going as Portugal and Russia. So Russia's a very good faction, so they're definitely most likely going to use the melee skill of Russia. We'll see how they play this one out. But yeah, we're on the pyramids. I think everything's in order. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So right out of the gate, which is a fitting phrase there. Right out of the gate, as in, you know, horses running out of the... Anyways, so they're going to charge forward a lot of cav here. Like I said, they're getting very aggressive. They've got some mounted, mounted riflemen, I suppose. They're on horseback, so they're going to be able to do some damage from afar. They also have these knights here. So they're pretty much like knights of the Napoleonic era. They're heavily armored. And there we go. They're charging in. Things are getting a little steamy here. Let's see. They're going to charge into square formation. He's just going to... It looks like he's just going to go for it. Which, sure enough, he is. And he... Oh, my gosh. And they are going flying. You know, that'd be a really funny game mode. To see who could knock the guy furthest away. You know, it's like Napoleon Olympics or whatever. Like, anyways, he charges into the square. Which is kind of reckless there, and he does it again over on this side. He actually sneaks by a square formation, and he is going to get some lights, but is it worth it? It's tough to say. It does look like he's going to follow up with that charge with a little harassment of these mounted guns. See if they... I think they already fired, so yeah, they're going to be firing into the square formation. Maybe just keeping them busy, keeping them occupied, you know, trying to... Yeah, there it is, there it is. Now, while that's going on, we've got a push up here. They're not doing push-ups, but they've pushed forward the Silesian Schutzen to get some flanking fire on the infantry, and the Russian Cav is going full steam ahead to try to charge these guys. Let's see if he fully commits, similar to the Ottomans. I love to see it, though. I love to see all this Cav. No, they do not go for it. The line infantry is able to open fire a bit there, take out some of the horses. Definitely a... It was always probably going to be a bluff charge to try to get the lights to fall back from the front. So that was a good little move there, but it did cost him. Lost a lot of cav in that maneuver. So, oh my goodness. Look at this. The Ottoman Empire going in with the Bashi bazooks. So he's going to try to get the swords wet. He's going in close quarters. Charging in. Trying to overwhelm this Portuguese army with the unbelievable mights of the Ottoman Empire with all their melee abilities. And there they go, they're charging in. They form square against this infantry. I don't know if that's the best plan of action. It might be. I'm not an expert. Look how cinematic this is, them running down this hill. Got more cav, he's just really just trying to keep them in square formation. It looks like it is going pretty well. This unit breaks square. It's kind of helping them recover their morale while doing that. So yeah, this is an insanely quick battle. Let's go back over this way where it looks like Russia is finally moving forward to face these guys. So I think that's smart because he's going to be able to protect the Portuguese flank. And there we go. But they need more than this. This Russian force here of these Jaegers are going to get absolutely annihilated. They're Jaegers too. Like, why aren't they in like skirmish formation or something? They're gonna get absolutely destroyed by this line infantry. Just destroyed. That is not good. Here we go. So the Portuguese make a secondary line of square formation of infantry. Try to hold back these Ottomans that are just charging down like an avalanche coming down the mountain. Everyone was dying. No, okay, so yeah. If you guys know what that is, butthole surfers. Anyways, nice little volley there from the mounted guns. And they're going to go and continue to support the infantry. But this is really just a matter of attrition. Does the Portuguese have enough here to hold back this swarm of swords from the Ottomans as they charge in? Look at this. They're doing not terrible. At first, I was a little concerned. Well, they're starting to break here. Oh my gosh. Do they have any more? They've got some reserves here, but this is not promising. You got to retreat. You got to just keep kiting. I think you got to just keep kiting the enemy. Back over this way, the Crimson Ducks continue to get aggressive here with the Prussian army. And like I said, they're just crushing these. That was a terrible use of these Jaegers. I'm not, no offense, but I don't know why he charged them in like that in front of line infantry. That was crazy risky there. And it did not pay off. Back over this way. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Oh, I see. He's retreating some line infantry that was facing this force here. Now that's going to free up some Prussian troops to push forward. The Ottomans already have some line infantry up on this hill. They're trying to maintain it. Russia's trying to go in with some cap. This does not look like it is going too well for the young, which I'm going to call them just for short. I don't know if I mentioned that. They're the young, the younger, and the ancient. I'm going to just call them the young. But yeah, it's not going so hot. Now, the Ottoman army is looking a little light here. So it does look like Portugal could recover here. They've got the Cazadores. They've got some line infantry. They can definitely overwhelm this. And now they've got some nice. This is good teamwork here from the Russian forces. Very good. So the Ottomans, they could fall here if the Portuguese can play this right. Now, this is not good. He's got his musketeers kind of getting flank fired a little bit from the Prussians who've set up on this hill over here. So they got to watch out for that. They might, honestly, you know what Russia should do? They should fall back and kind of reform with Portugal. It sucks, but what they kind of have to do it because the only way they're going to defeat the Crimson Ducks here is if they chip away at this Ottoman Empire. They kite them down a little bit and, you know, just break them and kill them, you know, slowly with some good gunfire. Now, look at this. Another push here. This is a little risky, a little risque move here because you're just opening up their flank to a lot of flanking fire. But they're going to keep pushing for some reason. I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're going to try to get these Cazadores, which are lights, which will struggle in melee. That is true. But a nice move by Portugal to get out of there. And now this unit's kind of surrounded by guns of Portugal. So this is looking promising for Portugal. They're still hanging on here, but Russia's getting in trouble. Russia has made some costly mistakes here at the beginning of this fight, throwing in his Jaegers. I think Russia should have just played the delay game. He should have just back up, play it slow. I think he needs to kite the Prussians as well, because he wants to be on the same page as the Portuguese ally who's kind of just kiting. So that unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what's going to happen here, unless Russia can turn this around, Russia doesn't even necessarily need to win here. They just need to crush Prussia enough to where the victor, it looks like Portugal is going to win against the Ottomans. It's still early to say. Oh, we got a death of a general here. Enemy general. So that is the young team. And that's the Portuguese general. He falls very valiantly, bravely fighting with his men and just doing what he has to do. But unfortunately, all that stands now is just the general staff. And here we go. This is a big play. This happens all the time in Napoleon. You lose track of your general because it's not a fighting unit, generally speaking. And yeah, that's bad. That's going to be another general gone. And he was just not paying attention. So it is looking like, as this goes on, this is going to be a Crimson Ducks victory. Now, it's still too early to say, but it is looking fairly promising for the Crimson Ducks. Portugal is still strong, guys. It's still strong. They're gonna have to they're gonna have a two-front line here, though. You got the artillery in the back trying to support. Let's see, what is this? You got the 9-pounder. Look at this on this sand dune, just trying to pepper down these guys the best they can. The line infantry is having to deal with pretty healthy Prussian forces. And Prussia, man, they just kind of mowed down this Russian army. Now, we do have some Russian mounted rifles here, just trying to do some pop shots in the back. I love how cinematic this game is. It's just absolutely beautiful. One of the best Total Wars. In terms of multiplayer battles, I think so. I definitely think. I get, like, the campaign can be a little underwhelming because it's such a small scale. Like, I'm surprised CA didn't, like, pull their crap and try to make this a saga, you know, Napoleon saga, you know, or something. But yeah, it's possible that Portugal can turn this one around, at least against the Ottomans. But it looks like Russia is getting toast right now. All Russia can do now as a player is just try to do as much damage as possible. Uh-oh. Here, fire, 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 fire! They might survive this engagement. Yeah, Russia definitely needs these mounted rifles alive if they want any chance of supporting their ally. There we go. It looks like they're winning. So they're still in it. Oh no, what are you doing? Just getting toasted. Oh, there we go. So Allied General, that would be the Ottoman General. The Ottoman General has fallen. That is promising for the young team. But, yeah, not exactly enough to turn this one around. We got a little bit of a bayonet charge here from the Russian forces. Get a nice zoom in here of this fight. Very good fight there. Now we've got artillery moving forward. I like that. I like to see that the Prussians and the Ottomans are kind of taking their time here, even though they've got the Portuguese kind of cornered like a dog. Cornered dogs can still be dangerous, and you don't want to be careless. Let's move up some artillery. Let's take our time here to secure this victory, and that's a good play by the Crimson Ducks there, which they just need to secure the victory at this point, and it'll go to round 2 of this matchup. So here we go. They're going to set up the artillery. The Portuguese are falling back. That's probably a smart play. There's a little bit of a hill here, but this just feels kind of futile. This just feels like a waste of time because I just don't. So even if you're a god at the game and your opponents are brain dead, you know, if you're fighting the AI, I don't see you winning this because there's just too many. There's too many Ottomans. There's too many Portuguese. So it's really surprising how quick these battles have been relative for Napoleon. If this was like a Warhammer battle, this would be like a marathon match. You know what I mean? But yeah, this was really quick for a Napoleon battle. And there we go. They're going to close in. And we get the glorious last stand of the Portuguese infantry. Unfortunately, this battle did not go their way. Honestly, Portugal didn't do too bad. They probably could have done a little cleaner on dealing with the Ottoman charge. You know, like as soon as he saw the cav and the melee, he should have just like set up multiple lines. He kind of did though. But Portugal, I think Portugal could have beaten the Ottomans if the Russians just did a little bit better. Here comes a little bit of a cav charge that's going to lead to nothing. But Russia just got booty spanked. Dude, just got booty spanked. It was not good. And there we go. Portugal is off the field of battle. They have no more heart to fight, and I don't blame them. And that's going to wrap it up. So Ruvac and Reaper King, which of course is the Crimson Ducks, doing a great job there. You can see Ruvac was the Prussian player getting 1,600 kills, whereas ally getting 1,200. Portugal getting 1,200, but unfortunately, Russia here really struggling in this fight, only getting 787. So since this was such a quick battle, we're going to go ahead and load up the second battle. Now, in the second battle, if the Crimson Ducks win that one, they move on to the finale. If they lose, I believe it goes to a third battle, like a third round tiebreaker, sudden death. So it's the grassy flats, which is just like a flat, even battlefield. So if they win there, whoever wins there, you know, if it goes to a tiebreaker. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and load up the second battle. All right, guys, here we are, round 2. If the Crimson Ducks win it, they move on. If the younger, and the ancient win it, they push it to a third battle tiebreaker. And I swear, they're almost mirroring the factions of the previous game. Hold on. We're already getting into a crazy charge here. So really quick. Oh my God, they're countercharging. Look at this. They are countercharging. So Russia, which is now the Crimson Ducks, teaming up with Sweden. And they're on the other side. So they've switched sides, essentially. Now, on this side, we have the Young going in as the Ottomans, and they have Austria back there as the other army. And there we go. Big cav charge. Massive cav charge. Now, this is going to be a losing fight for the Crimson Ducks, the Russian team, because the Ottoman cav is so much better. So they either have to just retreat or send up reinforcements as quick as possible. They are sending up reinforcements, but it looks like, look at that play. That was actually a pretty good play there. I don't know if that was, I mean, it's Cossack cavalry. That cavalry. So that, you know, that might be the case. Like, I think that was just the plan. Suicide cav charge. You know, like, it's like a speed bump against the Ottomans, so they can get their infantry up on this hill, unlike the previous battle with that cav charge. So that actually worked out pretty nicely. And look, he still has Cossack cav fighting here. Cossack cav is not the greatest of cav. And look at this. Look at this. Mounted Jaegers in position, firing at the flank. This is great teamwork. This is what I'm talking about here. He saw the Austrian teammate so far away. He thought, hey, you know what? Let's double team this Ottoman army. This blows my mind. This is, honestly, guys, I'm not saying this battle's over because I want you to watch all the way through, okay? Just don't, you know, but this is such a blunder from the Ottoman team, the young, the younger, and the ancient. And again, I'm just going to call them the young here on out. It's just a little bit easier when you're commentating over these battles. But the fact that he went with such an aggressive army, and now they're in a bit of a line battle, which I feel like is in Russia's favor, which it looks like he's got his Moscow mules. No, his Moscow musketeers going in for a bayonet charge. I feel like it's a little bit too early for that. I don't know why he's getting so aggressive. I mean, if he can get in there, then it'll pay off. There we go. He's going to do it. So nice. He's going to be able to defeat these guys because the Russian melee is so much better. But yeah, with such an aggressive army, you do not want to be so far away from your teammate. Which, by the way, holy line infantry, this is insane. Like, look at all this. It's crazy. Anyways, look how far away he is. So now Sweden's going to be able to double team. And there's no mercy for these Ottomans. None. The Austrians sent over a cav unit to try to help. And it's still kind of blowing my mind, the fact that he's not, like, maybe send the back row here to sprint over here to, like, help out your ally. He's still just kind of sitting here. That blows my mind. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. So they need to get over there and support him as quick as possible. Back here, we've got some more cav going in, and they're going to try to scare off the mounted Jaegers. They're not going to catch them. Let's see. Oh, they might actually catch them because these palm trees kind of slowed them down. But they're going to fall back to the safety of their infantry. Meanwhile, the Russian line infantry is just tearing up the Ottomans. He's got his Russian Jaegers. See, this is how you use the Russian Jaegers. Kind of being supported with the line infantry. Whoa! Whoa! So yeah, great job there with the Russian line infantry. I love what he did with the Cossack cav. That was a great play. Slow down the Ottoman advance. And now he's going to be able to reap the reward from their sacrifice of slowing down this Ottoman force. Now the Ottomans have, like, suicide charged their cav into this infantry. And that's just a bummer. I'm still blown away how long it's taking the Austrian ally to get over and to help the Ottomans who are just getting double teamed. Now, it's less so right now because that little Ottoman cav charge kind of screwed up the Sweden's formation here. So they're kind of having to, like, reorganize really quick. They're trying to deal with this cav. There's an Austrian cav unit in here. But it's still not over of a battle. Maybe the Austrian player is about to pull off something crazy. But look at this. Now Russia's going in with bayonets. And they're going to try to... oh, they're breaking. Let's see. Oh, they charged in over here as well. They broke them. Lifeguard foot. These guys are really good. But this definitely looks like it's going to be a Russian victory. There's more lifeguard foot. Nice little position here. So that was a great play. Honestly, from the two battles, that Cossack Cav charge is probably my favorite play out of all these battles because it was just so genius. It was such a, like, trap card. You know, it was such a, like, I know what you're going to do, Ottomans, and I'm going to counter it. You know, like, it was just epic. So that was cool. And the Ottomans are really struggling here as they are breaking and constantly reforming. Now we've got... Finally, what is going on here? Why are these guys so far away? Even from his own army. But now Sweden's going to be able to form up on the hill here. Sorry, I didn't mean to... I hate making that sound. Anyways, didn't mean to make it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So, yeah, they're opening fire. And this is going to be just a disastrous assault for the Austrians who... aren't even going in full force. You know, like with an army that is very one-dimensional, you would think that you would kind of have to overwhelm your opponent with this one-dimensional army. You can't like ease into it and let their lights shoot at you as you advance and stuff. Like, this is not going well. Like, what is this army doing? What is happening here? Is this glitched? Like, holy smokes. He's just piecemealing his army into the Sweden killing machine. Look at this. And now Sweden's Cav is looking for blood. Or maybe not. It looks like he's still just dealing with the Ottomans. So this is unreal. Unreal. Now, the Ottomans are doing okay on this side. We'll see. They're taking on Lifeguard Foot. But, overall, I think the Russians are winning. Here comes, yeah. Here comes Sweden charging in. If they can take out the Ottoman general, that's going to create a lot of morale loss. A lot of chaos in the lines. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. There we go. There's a big chunk of Austrian troops dead because they're piecemealing their army into Sweden's lines, which baffles me. Baffles me. All right, so now we got... Oh, there we go. That's the Ottoman general. And now the Cav is going to just clean up these breaking troops. And I just don't see these guys lasting for long. I really don't. Because their general is dead. His units are depleted and just getting their asses beat. Now, he kind of set up a little cheesy maneuver around the red line. It don't matter. It's not going to do much. So, for any hope of the young getting into the finale, it's going to come down to the Austrian forces. They got to pull off an absolute stunner of a victory. And when I say stunner, I mean this would be freaking jaw-dropping, heart-stopping stunner, you know, if they actually turn this battle around. Because it's not going so hot. Sweden, though, what are you doing? You need to... I guess you can stand there. Oh, nice. But they just got one more unit they have to finish, and the Ottomans are spent. They're done. So, here we go. Here we go. The Austrians advance forward. This is it. The hope of moving on in this tournament to the finale is on their shoulders. Can they do it? Is it possible? We'll find out. Maybe he'll pull off some of the craziest plays ever known to man to turn this battle around. The Ottomans, they need to just keep this unit alive and be as annoying as possible with this unit as long as possible. to keep all these extra troops back here busy. He's got an artillery piece that unfortunately is out of range. We also have the general. He's like, I'm not losing my general anymore. But you wanted your general nearby because he does have some abilities that keep your army in the fight. So, and then he's got some lights way back here. Like, what is going on? I guess he was afraid, like, an enemy would charge through these trees or something. I don't know. But, again, his army is fighting in piecemeal. And he's charging in with some German Fusiliers. And they are about to get booty spanked. Oh, my goodness. Here comes another wave. Will they actually get to the lights? It looks like they will, but it won't lead to much more, unfortunately. Got line infantry going crazy. Russian Jaegers. There they go. Yeah, this is, I don't know. At this point, I feel like the player's like, we lost. You know what I mean? Like, drag, click, you know? It's over. Look at this. He's just like funneling his troops in. What happened? How did you get to the semifinals? No offense to the players. I'm sure they did their damnest. Their darnest. Yeah, so. Yeah. So unfortunately, we're not going to see the greatest plays known to man from the Austrian army to try to turn this battle around. So there you have it, guys. So a really quick battle. Very similar to the other semifinals. So we're going to see, hey, some pretty good teams in the finale. That they're going to, they're going to take part in the finale. It's going to be interesting to see who takes that one. But yeah, this is a massive break from the, I'm just going to fast forward. So, yeah, so in the finale, I nearly dropped my tea. In the finale, it looks like it's going to be the Slavkov. Oh, I dropped my tea again. Damn it. It's going to be the Slavkov versus the Crimson Ducks, which is, it's going to be pretty exciting. So I cannot wait to see, because both these teams, you guys remember in the last semifinals, the Slavkov team was extremely aggressive. In this one, the Crimson Ducks were extremely aggressive. So it's going to be two aggressive teams going at it, and we'll see which one can get the better. I'm hoping it goes to a third battle tiebreaker, you know what I mean? Because that would be pretty exciting to see how that plays out. But as we continue to watch Sweden utterly destroy this faction, this team, don't forget to look down in the video description. Of course, you have the link to the Express VPN. Also, there's a link to the tournament Discord for this tournament if you guys want to take part in next season. And then, of course, there's also Marketable Skills YouTube that is linked in the description. So there you have it, guys. The troops finally get into position. Really, honestly, they should just admit defeat. This is just wasting people's time. There we go. They kill the general, and that is going to be it. How many kills do you think Austria got here? It can't be much. It can't be much. I'm thinking like 500 kills. Let's see. Oh, 641. I was close. But there we go. Ruvak playing as Sweden. He did a great job there using his Jaeger, mounted Jaeger. Just zooming around, getting shots. Good double team, helping out his teammate. I love his teammate's play with the Kazakh Cav. That was cool. It really paid off against the Ottomans. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this battle in this semifinal. And now we will go check out the finale pretty soon, probably a couple days here. It's going to be a lot of fun to see who takes it all in this first ever Napoleon tournament on the Total War League. This is the Total War League branching out to Napoleon. So, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It wasn't exactly close battles, but they were fun battles. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.